Hello, Nanette here of the Inner Path. Anxiety is the modern label for fear. I don't know when or how it first got that label, but it's fear. It's not even real fear. Real, clear fear is when there's a circumstance, a situation right in front of you. Maybe a car is driving straight towards you, and you don't think about it. Your body acts. Maybe there's some other dangerous situation just about to happen, and you don't think, you just act. That is true fear. This anxiety fear is wound up in a tangle of thinking, usually about something that's going to take place in the future. And so you worry about it or about how you will be in it. You might even go into the worst case scenarios. And your mind's trying to help, trying to protect you in a way. Because if you can think about the worst possible outcome or situation, you can be prepared. Maybe you can change it before it gets that far. And even if you can't, at least you've had some warning about it. And if you can feel how bad it will be when you survive, well, you think it might be really uncomfortable, but at least you'll survive. And this is an old survival technique, some sort of strategy that you developed when you were young in order to survive. Somehow or other, you worked out that you go into your mind, into your head, and think about a possible future situation and try and prepare yourself for it. I don't know whether you've noticed that at the same time, your body is getting tense and tight, maybe quivering, maybe just so clenched. The body needs some care too. Maybe there's even a memory you can remember when you were very young. Maybe you had to go to the front of the class and read. You thought you knew that you couldn't do it very well, or that someone was going to judge you or criticize you, that you would fail. So next time you try and work it out, how can you be up there? How could you stand differently? How can you make your voice go? How can you make your eyes read properly? How can you make your brain work? And even though you don't know that thinking about it in this way will actually be helpful or useful, you still do it because it feels like you've got to do something to try and work it out so it's not so uncomfortable. Maybe there's a different sort of situation from when you were young, worrying about how things would be when your dad came home from work because he could be a bit unpredictable. So you try and work out how you could be out of the way, how you could be somewhere else, what you could be doing so that you escape notice, at least until you know what he's going to be like. I don't know whether those two examples fit you. Maybe there's something else that you're aware of, some situation where you were young that might be similar to those, where you set up some sort of strategy trying to protect yourself. And then it got stuck. The whole pattern got stuck in your subconscious. So now, as an adult, that pattern has been replayed and replayed to such an extent that it pops up in the least little situation, many times a day even. And in the meantime, your body is getting tighter and stiffer and tenser. But it is possible to be free of all of that. It might not feel that it's possible at the moment when you're aware of how widespread that pattern is in you and for you, but it is possible. So right now, let's just make a little start. Right now, you can just relax. So check out your body. Let your body be comfortable. So just scan your whole body. See that it's comfortable. Change your position if you need to, just to allow your body to get a sense of being looked after in this moment. And then when it's comfortable, you can focus on your breathing. Know that your lungs will continue to do what they always do. But you can feel the air going in and going out. You can bring all your attention to your breathing, not noticing anything else. I know that you might usually be hypervigilant about what's going on around you, but right now you can just bring all your attention to breathing, feeling the air going in, feeling it going out. You might even notice that the out-breath has a slight feeling of comfort to it. It can almost feel like the out-breath is supporting you to relax and sink inside yourself. And I don't know, what do you think or feel about sinking inside yourself? Could be that you sense it's unknown, but yet at the same time it's familiar because it is dropping inside you. And I don't know whether my words or the tone of my voice work for you. Maybe they do, or maybe they don't. Maybe you can follow along anyway. And as you follow along, you might even notice that you start to relax now. And whatever you notice or whatever you're aware of right now can be a signal to just drop deeper inside you, where it's beautiful and quiet. So maybe you're aware of a thought, and you can just let it be. No need to push it away. Just let it be. And it can be a signal just to relax deeper inside. You might even notice a body sensation. Maybe there's a little pain somewhere. You don't need to do anything with it. Just let it be. And it can work as a prompt for you to drop deeper inside. And I don't know what else shows up for you as you drop inside. Maybe there's some colours. There might be a beautiful colour that is so soothing and so calming. And as you drop into it, it supports you and embraces you. And it feels so nice to have the support and embrace of the soothing colour. And then you can drop even deeper. Maybe there's shapes. Maybe there's a soft supporting the shape that really is just for you. And it also supports you to relax now. Maybe there's some sound. I don't know what sort of a sound, but a beautiful sound. It feels like it's surrounding you with unconditional love. And you know that you can relax now even deeper into this ever deepening space and place that is safe and beautiful. And it is ever deepening. So you can drop as deep as you like without even knowing how deep you go. You can just be here in this space. And as you're here in this space, you can welcome a little you, a young you that had some uncomfortable and maybe hurtful experiences when you were young. And you can hug her into your heart and let her know, or let him know, that you love him or her. And it's not her fault or his fault that that pattern got set up. It was actually the way to survive. So you can thank him or her for setting up that pattern, because it worked. You survived. And it's not him or her fault either that the pattern got stuck. That is just what happens. It just goes into the subconscious and stays there. And then it gets practiced so much that it just becomes stronger and stronger. And maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to put that pattern down. And I don't know how that could work for you. Maybe in some mysterious way, that pattern could loosen and your awareness could expand and expand in spaciousness. And as you're aware of this, you can also be aware that in this moment, that pattern is not here. It's so good. Experience how it is without that pattern. This that you're experiencing here, this expansive awareness and unconditional love, is always here, deep inside. Thinking comes and goes, repeats, and it comes again. And it goes, and we don't attach to it, and we don't attach any meaning, and we don't manufacture more thoughts that follow it. Thoughts come and go, and we leave them alone. And emotions too. They can be felt in the body, and they dissolve. And body sensations too. They come and they go. They change. All can be welcomed. But this that is deep inside is constant, and it can guide you. So having experienced this, you can allow your awareness to come back to breathing now. And you don't leave anything that you've experienced behind. It's all here at the same time. Now you can just sit in the silence for a bit longer. You're welcome to leave a comment below, or a like, or subscribe to my channel. Thank you.